Hello, my name is Patrick, and you're on Affiliate Program 101. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about performing your own search engine optimization for your pages and posts. Now certainly if you're going to have some plumbing work done or electrical work done in your house, or maybe if you have some major auto repairs, you would not do these yourself unless you're trained in that area. Generally, you'd hire a professional who has the knowledge and the tools to do the job right. However, when it comes to search engine optimization, there are certainly companies out there that offer their services, but it's not one of those things that you can't learn to do yourself. You can save yourself a lot of money in performing this job yourself. And again, with the proper tool and a little bit of training. So I'd like to review how you can go about that. If you're reading this page, you'll see a few tips that I have listed. For one thing, you should understand the importance of picking or selecting appropriate keywords for each page or post on your site. This helps your pages and posts get indexed in the search engines, and preferably towards page 1 or 2, so that you're not buried under all of your competitors, and so that your pages and posts receive traffic. So you should always look to have at least 3 to 5 appropriate keywords for each of your pages. Secondly, it's important to understand how much traffic those keywords get. Generally, you want to pick low traffic keywords because they tend to have less competition. Later on, as your site gets more established and perhaps is more recognized by Google and has some preference there, you can target the higher traffic keywords. But when you're just starting out trying to build traffic to your site, it's best to go after low traffic keywords that have less competition. Thirdly, select keywords that can be used naturally within the text of your pages. You don't want cryptic keywords or keywords that cannot be used grammatically correct in a sentence. Next, you want to use a technique called Google Alphabet Soup, which I will demonstrate in a minute. And lastly, and this is very important, you want to have an optimization tool that allows you to further research your keywords to understand how much traffic each one is estimated to get and how much competition those keywords have. So I will be demonstrating a tool that I use and that I really enjoy, and that is Jaaxy. So, for the sake of example, let's say we're creating a page to promote this little multi-tool that's shown on your screen. We'll notice, first of all, you'd want to do a little bit of research on the product. This multi-tool has an Allen wrench set along with a hex wrench for various size hex nuts. It also has a Phillips head screwdriver and a regular screwdriver and a ratchet adapter. So if we wanted to advertise or create a post for this item, we would first of all think of some ideas off the top of our head for keywords. Then we could use what is termed the alphabet soup method within Google to begin researching other keywords and coming up with other ideas for keywords. So you can see I've already typed some things in here, but we might type in the term multi-purpose tool, and you'll see that Google will provide some additional suggestions for us. So it has this autocomplete functionality, and these are other common keywords that people have typed into the search box on Google. So we can look to see if there's anything pertinent to our specific product or or the page we're creating. And we could certainly consider multi-purpose tool set. We might want to further type with, and we can see some examples with light, with hammer, with drill machine. None of these apply, but perhaps you could say with wrench, and we see that we do have a hex wrench on this tool. Perhaps see if hex wrench, that particular term does not come up, but if we hit search, we do see that a number of posts come up, including one that is advertising the specific item that we're wanting to advertise. So we have an idea here, and that's just a brief example of how you can use Google itself to get other ideas for your keyword searches. Once you've taken a list of those searches, however, you want to go to your Jaaxy search tool and further research them. So here you can see in Notepad, you can use any text editor you want. I've taken down a few of these search terms that I came up with, both from off the top of my head as well as through Google's alphabet soup method. Now I want to go to my tool Jaaxy and plug these in and see how each one does in terms of average searches as well as in terms of competitors' sites. Okay, you can see now that I am inside of the Jaaxy search word tool, and I have typed in the term multi-purpose tool in the search box and press search, and I see the exact term that I am searching for showing up on the first line, as well as then a number of other suggestions that the tool has come up with. I'll probably want to look through those as well to see if any of them are applicable and perhaps have greater SEO power than the term that I typed in. But for a moment, let me review the information that Jaaxy provides for this first term. We can see that on average, this term gets about 689 searches per month. Also, if our page were on the first page in Google, we could expect to get an average amount of traffic around 118 click-throughs. Another key piece of data here is the QSR, which stands for Quoted Search Result. And what that means is that there are roughly 397 other pages or posts in Google that use this exact same this exact same keyword. So that's a fair amount of competition, and as a result, the SEO power associated with this keyword is only about 48 on a scale of 0 to 100. So it's not a great keyword. It's not specific enough, and there's a lot of competition. So we're going to want to look for something a little bit better. So let's try to get more specific and use one of the other search terms that we came up with in Google. One of them I came up with was multi-tool for bicycle, because this specific tool is very useful for mountain bikes, having a complete Allen wrench set and with the belt pouch so that you can carry it on a bike ride. So let's see how this term performs. Okay, multi-tool for bicycle shows up with 112 monthly searches. Not a huge volume, but when you're just starting out, it would be great to capture most of those searches. And if you're on the first page, you could expect to get at least 20 click-throughs. QSR value 24. That's really good. That's any value really under, let's say 400. I prefer to stay under 300. Gives you a good chance of getting your post or page within the first page or two on Google. So a value of 24 is great. And we see the SEO power is very high as well. Again, the scale is 0 to 100. So that is one keyword that I will want to save and keep in mind when I'm writing my post. I did a little more research. I came up with a couple others like bicycle toolkit, and I've actually already added that to my list. Now, as you come up with ideas in Jaaxy, another nice feature is that you can save these into a file. I have an existing file that I've created called Multi-Tool SEO, and you can save those for later reference. Now, I don't want to take a lot of time going through all of the different functionality of Jaaxy, but I do want to point out one other really useful feature, and that is the website SERPs tab, where SERP stands for Search Engine Result Pages. What this does for you is typing in any one of your keywords that you've come up with, you can find out the top 10 pages that use that keyword in either Google, Bing, or Yahoo. And then you can further view the details of those pages to see that competition along with their metadata and keywords. So you can see what they've used for those pages in order to get ranked so highly. And this may give you additional ideas for how you can improve your page's rank. So again, I just wanted to give you that brief insight. So one other feature of Jaaxy that I use quite a bit is, as we saw earlier, saving my keywords as I'm researching to a list, and then I can pull up my keyword list later. Right now I've got this multi-tool SEO example, and I can export it and work with it in a spreadsheet. So I export the CSV file, open with Excel. Let me move this over so you can see it. Okay, generally then I'll just expand the columns so that I can see it a little bit better. Add the borders to the cells, and then go to data, sort. I like to sort the data by the SEO power column and from largest to smallest, just my preference. Now I'll go through here. I've got this great data that gives me great insight into how many average searches each keyword has, how much traffic I could expect if I get on the first page of Google, how much competition, how many competitors' pages there are that are using this same keyword, and then the overall power of the keyword based on these three other factors. So with this in mind, I will select 3 to 5 of these terms and decide how I'm going to incorporate them into my post, whether it be in the title, in the H1 headings, or just within the context of the post or page itself. So I hope that this has given you some insight into how to do your own search engine optimization using the Google alphabet soup method and using a good search word tool such as Jaaxy to research your competition and to understand the strength of your keywords. I welcome your feedback, and please visit affiliateprogram101.com again. Thank you.